England, and now on the verge of reaching the United States. So it's Poland kicking off, wearing the white shirts, long red shorts and white socks, and Holland in their favoured orange and white kit. Early touch for Bergkamp. The Polish team is a very inexperienced team. The average age is about 22, 23. There's about 6 22-year-olds in there. And the coach has given a chance to 5 Lechia Warsaw players, the disgraced champions of Poland last year. He's given them a chance to put some pride back into Polish football. The tackles flying in. That's Ronald Koeman. Back to Van Hobel. Ronald Koeman, whose goal against England has set up Holland for the States. It's party time here. Bergkamp. Lovely turn, but offside. Rijkaard, who may not be going to the United States in any capacity. Johan Cruyff has a contract on his desk to take over the coaching, the managership of the Dutch team, if and when they do qualify. Brzezinski, long, hopeful ball forward. Kuzminski can't keep it in, and that maybe shows a bit of the nervousness of this young Polish team, led by Władysław Śmiechowicz. He's got 5 untried players on his substitutes bench. Every Dutch pass is being cheered. And Hobble back to De Hoy. And the cheers rise again. And this game takes on a whole new context, because I can tell you, over in Bologna, San Marino have taken the lead against England with just a couple of minutes gone in that game. I don't think they know that on the terraces yet in Poland. As soon as the Dutchmen hear that, they'll be singing even louder than they have been before the start of this game. But Poland are trying to create a goal of their own. Brian Roy with the gloves on. This cold evening, been caught offside on a couple of occasions. Brzezinski playing well behind the rest of the defence, orchestrating things from the back. He's a newcomer to the international scene. Lewandowski's hopeful ball. Koeman not too sure about that, but probably the most experienced international performer on the field gets the ball away and wins Holland a throw-in. Hubble to take it. Overmars. Been suffering from a groin injury before this game, but 100% fit to play. De Boer slips the tackle. 1-on-1 was Valdo. Holds it up too long. Now Brian Roy. De Boer again. I think a few of the players have been confused by the whistles from the terraces, but definitely not from the officials. Overmars again. Speedy player, dangerous player. Can't put in a telling cross, and the first touch of the game for Adam Matisek. Back in the international frame after he was dropped following the Norway defeat. Alan Winter to Overmars. Winter continues his run. Another one wearing the gloves on this bitterly cold evening in Poznań. And patience from the Dutch. Try to bring Overmars' speed into play. Very technical team of Holland. The Poles, a team who defend patiently and like to attack in little spurts. We've seen them do that in World Cup competitions and European competitions where they've had a great deal of success over the years. And Hoddle seen more of the ball than anybody in the opening 5 minutes or so. Overmars, a main outlet of danger. He's been very well kept so far. Wisniewski foul. Marek Kamiński, one of 3 Polish players who play in Italy. In his second season at Udinese. So here's the foul again, the incident. Took the ball around him. Got a kick on the left ankle and the pain went very quickly up to his brain. But he's okay now. Don't want to be lying around for too long on an evening like this. No goals as yet. Lewandowski winning the throw-in for Poland. Adamczuk, another one of the Italian base players, the Polish number 8, about to take the throw-in. Good turn. Shot blocked. Good defending by Holland. Away by Wouters, only as far as Lewandowski. Adamczuk was catching the ankles of the Dutch defender, Frank de Boer, one of 2 de Boers in the team. He plays at the back, and his brother Ronald is wearing the number 9 shirt. As it stands, Holland can even afford to lose this game. England, of course, have to score 7 against San Marino tonight. They're doing all of the defending in Bologna and are losing by a goal to 0. The Dutch players don't know that. They're going out to win. They're going out to get to the United States in style. Of course, the preparations very much begin here. Another niggling foul. The game is full of them so far. The other side really putting a pattern on the game. Ankle tap from behind. Free kick taken quickly. Away by Krasinski, and a shot coming in, but still Matisek to be troubled. Frank de Boer, the man who had that shot a moment ago, clearing the ball back into defensive position. Wouters, plenty of space to operate in midfield. Ronald Koeman. Ronald de Boer. Most recognisable player on the Dutch team. Koeman to de Boer. Frank de Boer again. Nice piece of play. Referee allowing the advantage. Koeman senior. Wouters thought about lining up a shot. Chose Bergkamp and chose the right option. The start that Holland wanted. And that's a deposit down already on the United States. Less than 10 minutes gone. The Polish defence just side open, and a world-class finish from Dennis Bergkamp. Well, they've been partying all night, and the celebrations will be even louder now. He made it look so easy, but that was international class finishing. The kind of finishing I think we're going to be looking forward to next summer in the United States. Inter. Koeman. Just the start that Holland wanted. Of course, many of these Polish players don't know what it's like to be on an international stage with this much pressure on. They have played in the Olympics where they gained a silver medal. But this kind of pressure is altogether different. Koeman, who's won just about everything in his career. Winter to Van Gobbel, back to Winter again. We've got the whole world in our hands, they're singing, the Dutch version of it. They may not be far off. Of course, if, or should I say, when Holland get to the United States, they are one of the favourites to lift the trophy. Third favourites as it stood this morning with the bookmakers. Koeman. Again, a long ball forward. This is Frank de Boer. Was he pushed? Did he fall? But Amchuk quite thoroughly dealing with him, according to the referee. Fireworks, there are drums, the whole lot. Whistles. And the odd woolly hat as well. Still Poland to cause a real threat to the Dutch goal, but this could be it. And it's 1-1. Marek Lesniak with the first chance of the game for the Poles. Scores a rather simple goal and shows those cracks that they were talking about before the game. You must say it was Ronald Koeman's mistake trying to clear it lackadaisically. And as good as Bergkamp's finished at the other end. Well, he just thought his time, picked his spot, and scored an equaliser. Well, a whole different state of affairs. Ronald Koeman, the hero in Holland against England, very much the villain. Holland going straight forward for a second shot, coming in, and a very good save from Matisek. I think it was Aaron Winter who had the shot. This was the goalkeeper's view, straight at him really, but he had to deal with it well in a corner kick. Winter it was who put it through that pile of players. Will be celebrated back in England as well as here in Poznań. Zamskins up and under. Back by de Boer. Not properly cleared. Now it is. Marc Overmars. Poles come out altogether, trying to get them in the offside trap. So 13 minutes gone, and it's all level. A goal apiece. Pachir, the Everton player, nice ball wide. Rumchuk, former Dundee player, now playing in Italy. Seems to take all of the throw-ins on the right-hand side. Yes, Rumchuk scored the goal against England. A 1-1 draw. Gets it back. Gets it away from the goalkeeper, who stays on his line. That was almost a mistake because it was Kowalczyk who got in there with a header. And you must say, this Dutch defence is looking very, very shaky. The goalkeeper and defenders didn't know what to do with that. They all stood and watched, and that wasn't far over. Powerful header forward. This time the Dutch are better organised at the back. Frank de Boer. On right. Gets it back. Looks to run at players, has some pace, but takes that one on too far. But yeah. Weak shot to the goalkeeper, didn't deal with that well. Lewandowski obviously trying to pick on Ed de Hoy, the goalkeeper, who's looked far from certain. That was a shot from, what, 40 yards? Bouncing 3 or 4 times, and the goalkeeper seemed to lose it completely. Reminder that San Marino, though, are still leading England with 15 minutes gone in Bologna as well. England needing to win by 7 goals. They need to win 8-1 now. Zbigniew, defender breaking his defensive shackles, but well looked after by Overmars. And the Dutch are certainly not playing the ball around quite as confidently as they were at the start of the game. Goal apiece, Dennis Bergkamp scoring in the opening 10 minutes. Lesnak equalising for Poland. It was a hopeful ball forward, a little bit like this one. And there's Lesnak again, the number 11, just waiting for anything to drop. Trying to get a foot in. And Hobbit to Overmars. Destroyed England at Wembley. It was his runs which brought it level. Nice cross in, well dealt with by Valdock. Inter. Van Hobbel. Offside against Ronald de Boer. On the opening evidence, you have to say that the Polish defence has been more organised than the Dutch defence. They've got their offside trap together. They've had more to do so far. And as you see, de Boer going just a little bit too early. Koeman winning the header. Excellent skill. No doubt that it was a foul on Aaron Winter. What a good pass. Lesnak, the scorer, sorting out the mess, and the Dutch doing a bit of fouling of their own now. Robert Bagier on the receiving end. Player who's just come back from an operation and is playing for the Everton reserves on Saturday to prove his fitness to the international coach, Zbigniew. Turned into trouble, but gets the foul anyway. Sundell is the referee from Sweden. And Hoddle. Overmars. Ronald Boer, very much the target man, the anchor man up front. Everything's been played into his feet. Frank de Boer. To get forward down this left-hand side. To the attacking has been down the right. Stolen again, this time by Adamczuk. The referee waves play on, and Adamczuk showing the commitment the Polish management were asking for before the game. Certainly not lying down and letting the much heralded Dutch team walk all over them. Wouters. Hopeful ball forward, but putting the pressure on Frank de Boer, forcing him quite literally into the corner of the field. So casual at the back, Holland. Ronald Koeman. Koeman was caught out once, and Lesniak wasn't too far away again. Koeman gets it away this time, and Overmars' pace gets behind the defender, but can't fool the linesman. Of people, of course, watching this game around the world, and one of the newspapers was reporting this morning that the Pope will actually be watching the television screen. Former goalkeeper, of course, in his younger days. He'll be rooting for the Poles. Lewandowski. Dutch throw. Midway through the first half. A goal apiece here. Szymczak, the Polish coach, very happy with what he's seen so far. Plenty of commitment, plenty to build on in future years for the Poles. The next target, the 1996 European Championships. And many of these players will be at their peak. Koeman to de Boer. The mark of this Dutch team is that everybody can play football from the back to the front. Ball forward, and Bergkamp trying one with his spectacular shots from far out wide. Marc van Basten made his name like that. But Bergkamp, well, much too far away, and he had a defender with him. Holland playing this 3-3-4 formation, going out for goals, and it's their goal scoring which has got them into this very strong position, of course. Basically, the turning point in their World Cup campaign was the 7 they hit against San Marino. A team that do peak very late in their runs. Forcing Poland to chase after the ball. De Boer, what a Polish game he's had. To Koeman. Ball forward, drops to Bergkamp. Nice back heel. Poland go for the second goal. They need it because England have just equalised in San Marino. They only have 7 more to score. Frank de Boer. Wouters. Frank de Boer again. He's had more of the ball than anybody. This man's the only man that scored for Holland. Bergkamp scored one. Has another shot and hits the target at least. 15 goals now in 26 caps for Holland. Still only 24 years of age. Ronald Koeman. Nice ball down the line. Van Hobbel's onside. Goes past the defender. Oh, and so close. Ronald de Boer was always leaning away from the ball. I think he may have wanted to leave it for Bergkamp, who was coming in behind him. In fact, it was Brian Roy coming in at the far post, and the ball always going away. And a great run down the right-hand side from Van Hobbel. The three defenders that Dick Advocaat is playing are getting forward as much as the midfielders. Brian Roy, well dealt with by college number 8, Dariusz Dziekanowski. Bachir, the experienced captain, puts it away. Too tight in there. Dziekanowski pushes off the challenge, runs into another one, but they're running through brick walls, the Polish players. No doubt about their commitment in this game. Lesniak leading the charge, leading the scoring and getting the throwing. The Polish fans outnumbered in their home stadium, now getting behind the team. Weak shot from Michalski. Only playing his second international and maybe showing that he's a little bit green there. Orange is the colour tonight, though. Every way you look, every corner of the field. Orange shirts, orange caps, orange scarves. Cheer. Ramchuk. Lewandowski. Ramchuk fouled again. Cheer with a free kick. Not a good one. Wouters helping it away. Playing very, very deep. It's Krzyzanski. And Winter to Van Hobbel. Overmars. Bounces again. Dictating things from the centre of the field. Ronald Koeman. Everywhere Holland looked, the routes to goal are blocked, but they've found a gap now. Brian Roy's cross. Goalkeeper stays. And that had to be decisive defending with 3 Dutch players lining up on the far post. Ball still not cleared. Now it is from Cheer, who applies the boot he's maybe learned in the English game to that one. Koeman. Wouters, the Bayern Munich star. Very much long-sleeved weather here. Bergkamp coming deep to try and get a bit more of the ball. This back flick. Winter blocked. Cheer keen to get the ball forward as quickly as possible, as far forward as possible. Ronald Wouters steps up the pace a little bit. Curling ball forward, should be the goalkeepers, claimed by Matisek, with Ronald de Boer bearing down on him. Playing his football these days in the German second division with Fortuna Cologne. Lesniak, the scorer of the Polish goal. Michalski getting forward. Fouled by Bergkamp. Long one here. 1-1. San Marino, England. The free kick in a very dangerous position. He's touching his eye. The arms were flailing. Caught him with his foot, caught him with his arm. Could have been a free kick for either. Michalski's picked himself up, too far away to have a free kick. Even Koeman wouldn't shoot from here. To Eddie de Hoy, the Dutch goal hasn't looked too certain. They are going to try and test him. Not the wisest of decisions. De Hoy It's looked a little bit shaky, but Lewandowski may regret having a shot there. He should have put it in for the big men to have a header or a shot at goal. Peels Oranje, will be a Dutch throw. Half an hour gone. Ryan Roy, good tackle from Lemnowski. Bergkamp, good one too, gets it back, seems to be a step ahead of everybody else. Just skying his shot, but he created a chance for himself out of nothing at all there, Dennis Bergkamp. They've gone a little bit quieter, they're making an awful din, the Dutch fans, before the game. Polish chants we're here now. Cheer. Flick on. Nobody there though. Koeman playing deep, can just sweep up. Too far away from Ronald Koeman. Looking for his brother up there. He went there a little late, but he drops to right. Now here is his brother, Ronald Koeman, loses the ball. Koeman comes in with some heavy-footed tactics. Now it's time to test its Dutch defence. Bachia shoot strongly with either foot. Zbigniew scored one, he's got a chance for a second. Was he his route to goal blocked then? Well, there's no appeal from the Polish number 11. Polska is drowned out by the Dutch drums. Very happy with the 1-1 scoreline they will be. They want to go back home though, having tasted victory, I'm sure. Now this could be the second. Wouters, lovely ball. Bergkamp's onside, but he can't finish it. It's still in play. But Roy's shot comes off the knee of Adamchuk. The goal wouldn't have counted anyway. I think there was probably an offside in there, but again, excellent timing from Bergkamp. I think that was more of a cross than a shot. Well, the corner's been given after consultation between the referee and linesman. Goalkeeper's ball. Well, he doesn't catch it and gets a weak punch to it. But it comes to Ronald Koeman. Nice dummy, nice cross. Ball cleared to Kowalczyk. This is where Poland are dangerous, breaking from deep very quickly, getting white shirts forward. Zbigniew. Precise passing is called for. Caught in possession. Bergkamp back doing a good defensive job. All-round player. Overmars. Past one. Can he shake off two? Keeps the ball. Leaves it for De Boer. It's like taking candy off a young child. Brian Roy, caught in an offside position. Poland can pick up where they left off a moment or two ago. Aaron Winter. Again. Wants to run one-on-one, wants to create a shooting opportunity for himself. Beating the players, but can't get the ball in there. That's down to excellent defensive positioning and play by Poland. No difficult decisions as yet for Mr. Sundell of Sweden. Bergkamp. Shielding the ball, keeping it in possession. Finding Wouters. Rijkaard just playing it back to his goalkeeper. Things are happening all over the world. Many teams hoping to qualify tonight. Nothing is certain, of course, but England have just done themselves a favour. David Platt has just created a goal for Ian Wright, and England are leading by 2-1 in Bologna. But in Poznań, it's 1-1. If it stays like that, there's no doubt about it. The Dutch are going to qualify the United States of America's 1994 World Cup. Ryan Roy. De Boer. Roy again. Will he score? Oh no, he fooled the goalkeeper into thinking it was going to the far post, went for the near, and was so close, but I suppose so far away. Little shimmy of the hips as the goalkeeper came, almost caught him out, and that's how close it was, a matter of inches. I wonder if that'll be a turning point in years to come. 9 minutes to go in the first half. Ryan Roy. Is that too far away from Bergkamp? No, he has the pace, but he doesn't have a player alongside him to pass the ball to. And since taking the lead, dare I say, Holland have looked a little ragged. A cheer. More passes than anybody else. Adam Matisek so far. Ronald de Boer. Wouters. Overmars. 3 defenders around him. He has the ability to beat all 3. Sends it back to Van Hobbel. Winter misjudges it. Frank de Boer. Boy again, already one shooting opportunity. Can he hit the target this time? No, he can't. And the white shirts just blotting out the orange shirts in this opening half. Koeman's ball forward. The sound was a firework. It wasn't the whistling of the football. Lesniak to Bachir. Around Koeman. Robert Bachir will be treated like a hero when he gets back to England if he can pull off something tonight. And Koeman is not highly regarded in England after a foul he gave away in the match against the British team, which he thought himself should have earned a red card as sending off, and I suppose a suspension for this game, but he got away with it. He's given away this free kick. Bachir whips it in. The big men go forward, but still no real problems for Ed de Hoy. He's only conceded 4 goals in 7 internationals. Or should I say 5 in 8? Koeman going alone. ran into 3 players. Only one of the 3 could have been guilty of the foul. As older brother Erwin created an opportunity here with this run for his brother Ronald to step up and scorch a free kick in. Ronald Koeman may need to do something special because England are scoring the goals in Bologna against San Marino. It's 3-1 to England now, with 5 minutes to go in that game and 5 minutes to go in this game. I mean, Koeman, a little winded. I'm sure it can last to the break. The 5-man wall, will that be enough, I wonder? Several Dutch players who can hit a ball. But just out of picture on the right-hand side is the man with the strongest shot in football, they say, Ronald Koeman. That's Erwin. Here is Ronald Koeman. Doesn't get the strike he wanted. Well protected. Loy was offside. And that was brilliant defending by the Poles. First of all, blocking that free kick, and then getting their act together to come out together and force Leif Sundal into giving a free kick. Just gives it away to Lewandowski. A theatrical little roll. He's got the free kick. He'd gone past him, and it was a bit of shirt pulling, a bit of wrestling, a bit of pushing, a bit of kicking, the whole lot, really. And Lewandowski recovers to take his position in the centre. Could be one of the last chances of the first half. Gia takes the kick. Nobody there. Properly cleared is now by Koeman. The Poles stay forward. Vantage points at a premium here. Bring your own step ladders. Play will be stopped as Erwin Koeman gets a little bit of attention from the medical team. Robert Vacier, the experienced Polish captain, will be very happy with 1-1 at half-time. Koeman, a man who tends to attract injuries. Much of his career has been threatened. Only restricted to 29 caps on the international scene because of a series of problems. This is the incident which has led to his latest problem. Self-inflicted as he tried to steal the ball off Kowalczuk. I'm sure all of this time is going to be added on by Leif Sundal, the referee. Quite wisely, Adam Matisek is doing some warming up exercises, keeping himself alert. Ed de Hoy is going to be tested any moment now. There's a break in play, it's just a chance for a sing-along on the terraces. Matisek joining in with a little hop, skip and jump, and who knows, a dance to the tunes. Koeman's going to be okay to carry on. Less than a minute left of scheduled time, but I'm sure there are going to be a couple of minutes which will be added on by the referee for the stoppages. Adamschut's long throw, well dealt with by the Dutch. Jalocker's ball over the top, and De Hoy gets his first touch in about 20 minutes. Wouters. Ball stolen from him fairly. Coming back to help out was Aaron Winter. Koeman. Well into injury and stoppage time now. Half a minute of it, but expect another minute or so to be played at least. Now it's time for another goal. Will it be a Dutch goal? He's onside. Vigura, at least I thought he was. The flag went up very late. Maybe a little bit of help from Matisek pointing the linesman out, whose orange and yellow flag is lost in the orange and white flags on the far side. Easily missed. Good header. Again, Koeman just sitting back and instructing those around him in a very deep position. Whistles from the fans, not from the referee. Well into stoppage time in this first half. Overmars gets the advantage. Good refereeing. Bounces off one, bounces off two defenders. No, it's Van Hobble who has space. They're lining up, waiting for this cross. Away by Adamchuk. Wouters. Again, they're still in there. Overmars throws his weight around. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Is it a throw? Is it a free kick? Heisman points to his feet. The referee points towards the goal. And indeed, it is a direct free kick at goal. Ronald Koeman takes charge of every set piece. Keeps it away from the goalkeeper. Krasavskin away. The referee adds on just 2 minutes of extra time, but this game is very much open. Dennis Bergkamp giving Holland the lead in the opening 10 minutes when they looked as though they were going to shade it. But then Lesniak seized on a mistake by Ronald Koeman not long afterwards and silenced those Dutch fans, stopped their partying. I can tell you it's San Marino 1, England 3 at half. The singing still hasn't stopped. The only time that the Dutch fans stopped raising their voices was when the half-time score came through from Bologna, that England were leading San Marino by 3-1. But as it stands, Holland are only 45 minutes away from going to the USA in 1994 for the World Cup. Exactly 45 minutes away. 1-1 the score. Dennis Bergkamp scoring the first goal. Lesniak equalising for the Poles in this very even-tempered game, very sporting game. The game which neither side has shaded as yet. But plenty of heart in those Polish shirts. They're not giving up. They stand no chance, of course, of even going up a place in this Group 2. But they're playing for their futures international football. Lesniak, the number 11, has led the line. But Holland, we must say, have looked very dangerous when they've got inside the final third of the field as they attack. They haven't looked quite as accomplished at the back. It was Ronald Koeman, would you believe, that gave away the goal for Lesniak. And Shear plays the ball forward, gets on the end of it again. There's Dennis Bergkamp giving chase. Partner De Boer wins it back. Aaron Winter to Bergkamp, who can do remarkable things with a football. Normally, with it ending up nestling in the back of the net. They're willing him to have a shot at goal. Winter. Overmars, a youngster in this Dutch team. Be around for another 10 years or so. Second Bergkamp, still in his early 20s. Wouters, the old man, gets it wide to Koeman. And the ball stolen away from Brian Roy. Wouters, the old head, will just calm things down as this game progresses and the excitement level rises. Free kick to Holland. The excitement level rises now. We see the first yellow card of the game. Adamchuk, who was involved in one or two little incidents in the first half, has done too much. And it's the first booking of the match so far. And San Marino news is coming through that England have scored a fourth goal. Will Holland get a second? All they have to do is keep it like this, but it's going to be a nervous late charge as Bergkamp goes in, but a great save from Matisek, sprinting off his line. And Bergkamp again, the quickest thinker in the Dutch forward line. Cannot rest when he's around. Well over a year of qualifying matches all over the world, of course, all over Europe, coming to a head tonight. In 8 hours' time, even less than 8 hours' time now, it will be decided who will be playing in the United States in midsummer next year. Still, this Group 2 is uncertain as it stands. With Holland drawing 1-1 here, they will join Norway from this group, who are definitely through. England need to score 4 more goals in Bologna. Kowski. Kowalczyk beat in the air. Bachir. Frank just happy to clear that one. Zamskin forward. Another mistake in the defence. And again, it was Lesniak who was quickest onto the ball. But some very neat defending from Van Hobbel. Rightly gets a rich round of applause. But Lesniak almost got a second there. Van Hobbel making the mistake and then atoning for it. Vinto was pushed off the ball to give Holland the free kick. Rijkaard wanted forward, as far forward as possible. Just control from Bergkamp. Not too often you see that. Not too often you see him give away a free kick. Lewandowski, the man going down. He's been in the wars. This is the incident, and again, didn't look a particularly nasty foul. Went for the ball, caught his knee, caught his shin pad, and I think he did more damage to himself colliding with the grass than he did the great Dutchman, Bergkamp. "50 minutes on the clock, a goal apiece." Mikowski. Overmars a little too casual. Lesniak, as always, giving chase, not allowing anybody to settle on the ball. They're charging everything down. Koeman again with a mistake that could so easily have been a penalty. The decision goes the other way, which Kowalczyk is not too happy about, to say the least. But again, it was Koeman who was caught in possession. Was very lucky. He got the free kick awarded to him by Mr. Sundell, who was well placed. I wonder what Ladislav Šmikovic said to his players at half-time. making a mockery of the quotes that there was no chance at all of Poland doing well in this game from Rijkaard for the game. Whether he was misquoted or not, I don't know. Maybe it lost something in translation. They mean business. Mikalski with that fine challenge. Lesniak again. Boutus just unable to clear the ball, Holland. So dangerous in attack, but Ryan Royce slips on a service which is getting more difficult as the game progresses. Well below zero in Poznań, in western Poland, freezing conditions. Cheer, can't keep it in play. Van Hoddle gets it back, but leaves the ball behind him. Ivanowski to Jaloka. Dziekanowski back to Mikalski. Bachir gets it right this time. Curling ball down the right-hand side of the field. Past one, past two. Hits the deck. And the referee not fooled by the... I suppose you have to say it was a dive. Bachir, I think it was his momentum which took him down on the floor then. He played the ball past the defender and tried to hoodwink the officials. Winter doing the fouling. Even the referee is dressed up warmly. He's refrained from wearing the gloves, but he's quite wisely got a woolly jumper on underneath his refereeing kit. Holland have looked far from comfortable in this second half. Is it their day of destiny? The 4 games that Poland have played at home in the World Cup qualifiers, they've only lost once, and that was to the leaders Norway. But they have had problems scoring at home. They've only scored 4 goals in 5 matches now. They haven't had a lot of clues when they do go forward. That final pass is really letting them down. They've had to rely on mistakes, it must be said. Kowalczyk, one of the Olympic players, but there's a world-class player who, dare I say, has sealed it. And that has to be Holland in the United States now. Dennis Bergkamp's second goal of the game. He sneaked in from nowhere and made that look so easy, but he only had a split second to finish off the chance, and who knows, finish off the game and finish off the group and start the celebrations. Well, this is a £7.5 million player, got over $10 million of striker, and an athlete at the peak condition, the peak of his career, and going to the greatest championships of any single sport in the world. Well, we watch it in slow motion, but he finished the goal off in slow motion. 11 minutes into the second half. Holland lead by 2 goals to 1. Happy days are here again, rings out. Every pass, every breath from a Holland player has been cheered incessantly. De Hoy, Dutch goalkeeper, hasn't been tested. Adam Matisek, the thorough Polish goalkeeper, hasn't had a great deal to do, but he's been beaten by 2 excellent finishes. Brzezinski, the sweeper. Well, the spirit of these Dutch fans was never going to be broken. If you're Polish, I suppose if you're an Englishman that's straight into the stadium, their spirit must be unbearable. Bachir plays the ball in. They're on a high now, they're on cloud 9. They'll be checking their passports, getting them ready. Some are in the States, the only question to be answered, who'll be in their group. How many goals are they going to win by tonight? Ryan Roy's cross, oh, great save. Matisek selling himself. Smikovic, the coach, cannot bear to look. There's smiles on the face of every Dutchman out there. Ryan Roy is playing for a place. His full talent hasn't been seen internationally. Tonight could be the chance to convince the management, Dick Advocaat at the moment, and Johan Cruyff, who's set to take over for the World Cup finals. He's the man to lead the line alongside Bergkamp and Ronald de Boer. Dutch going for their 3rd goal. Roared on. Roy again, this time blocked. Bergkamp out wide, and the fullback, can he finish it? Oh, no, he can't! Ulrich van Hoddle found himself in an unusual position there, up in the opponent's 6-yard box. And he just got his studs to it, and it came off the fingertips of Matisek. That was a brilliant save. It didn't look as though he'd got a touch to it, first of all. He went the full length of his body to tip it around the post and keep it down to 2-1. How long for? Gone, cool as you like. They may be behind, but they're playing with confidence, the Poles. Chair. Lewandowski. Checked by Koeman. Early ball from Bachir and a shot on the turn from Kovalchuk. Koeman. What a great pass. It'll waste a little bit of time. An hour gone in this final game of qualifying Group 2. Holland now with 28 goals. That's one of the best goal-scoring ratios in any of the European groups. They're going for a 3rd. Ronald de Boer. Shrugs off 1, shrugs off 2. This could be a memorable goal if he can finish it. A good challenge, it's still not over. And 2 challenges from Kaminski, and very assured defending. It had to be to rob the ball off de Boer. The Poles are far from finished, though. Lesniak. Final pass was a bad one. And Hobble, the man who had that shot a couple of moments ago, much more accustomed to the defensive role that he's been asked to play. Valjic. Valjic gets the ball inside, but Koeman again gets it well out of the danger area. Bergkamp is lurking. Kazanskin forward. This is where they need a little bit of dash, the Poles. Holland back. They're defending for their future. That's not the case. They're in a very, very healthy position indeed. De Boer. Battles. Frank De Boer. Characteristic mistake there from Wouters giving the ball away. The cheer. The Polish captain. Looping cross, goalkeeper not too certain, he comes for a little bit late and steals it away from Lesniak. Ronald De Boer. Kept in by Lewandowski. A cheer. Lewandowski. Valdo, the man who's been interesting clubs abroad, could be playing for his future in a foreign country. Of course, these Polish players have turned down for what is a year's salary to many of them, something like $15,000, 10,000 English pounds from a British newspaper to win this game tonight. They don't want the money, they don't want that kind of carrot, they don't want that kind of incentive. They want to go out there and play football, or soccer as it'll be known next summer. Substitution about to be made, but can the 11 players who started this game score an equaliser? Thomas Kebula, an attacking player, is going to come on, and off comes the captain Robert Faccia. I don't think it's anything to do with the way he's been playing. Faccia was he played something like one game in the last month because of injury, made his comeback in a second string game for his club Everton at the weekend, and has played his part. And I'm sure we'll want to sit down and see if Poland can pull this back. Kaminski's cross, Koeman away, Kaminski again. Good shot, easy save. Lewandowski never going to beat Bahoy from that distance, no matter how cold he is. Who scored the goal against England. Lesniak running out of ground, but it's been an exceptional evening for him. Van Hobel has had his hands full. Hobel again. Koeman calms things down. And to his old international teammate Bergkamp. Now to one of the newcomers, De Boer. Haven't seen much of Alan Winter in the second half. Haven't we seen much of Overmars? What can he produce now? Urged forward by the fans, hauled to the ground by Marek Kaminski. Overmars, a player who's straight into the full international setup, virtually missing out the under-21 system. Only 20 years of age and already a leading light. Koeman. Played in with his left foot. It's a good cross. The Poles don't know how to deal with it. They get it away eventually. Again, anxious moments. Baldock brought down, Thomas Baldock. Assured defender, getting himself out of trouble there with some lovely foot play until he was brought down. Wicket taken short. Koeman, who's had an exceptional game since giving the Poles the equalising goal, handing it to them on a plate. Update from Bologna, it's still 4-1 in favour of England. They're 4 goals short, even if the Poles are to pull 2 back. It's looking very good for Holland at the moment as they go for a 3rd goal. Winter shots and flying just wide. But you have the feeling that Holland can just turn it on and score a goal anytime they want to. So many exceptional offensive players in their team. Aaron Winter, the Italian-based midfielder, just letting fly with his left foot, and Matisek wasn't too certain where that one was going. A hobble. Wouters. Frank de Boer. Again forward. The sweeper, Przamskin, stayed back, and he found himself coming up against de Boer there, and Bergkamp breathing down his neck. Mesniak, whenever there's a loose ball, he's onto it. The smile as the paint says it all. A memorable night. You're a Dutch football fan. Winter. Overmars. Come in from the cold. Score a goal. It's brought down again by Kaminski. The referee gives the advantage to the Dutch. Wouters, has he spotted a gap? He has. Winter played on despite whistles from the terraces. Didn't stop at that, and was stopped by the goalkeeper. There was a whistle from the referee. He was offside. Ramchuk. Shot out of nothing, always covered. Goal was well protected as Poland are bringing the backs forward now to have a shot at goal. Frustration showing on the Polish faces. Dziekanowski has had a couple of shots. He's been after his first international goal. Back in a defensive position. The Dutch are playing with such confidence now. They're on top of the game. Overmars. Some help, he gets it from Ronald Koeman. Frank de Boer. Bergkamp. Not only a goal scorer, he's a real team player as well. It's been a reasonably easy game for Leif Sundell to officiate. Supporting not only on the pitch but on the terraces as well by Poles, and Dutch fans have stood together, not so much arm in arm, but respecting each other's space, respecting each other's teams, and making it a tremendous international occasion. Well, there seemed to be a whistle there. Brian Roy didn't stop. I think coach Schmikovic thought he was offside there. He thought he'd heard a whistle. I think the defence thought there'd been a whistle, but credit to Roy, he kept running. He forced the goalkeeper into the save. Roy again. Support out wide, uses that support. He was offside. This time, the linesman did flag. There's a bit of applause from Adam Matisek, the goalkeeper. Just over 15 minutes to go. It appears the 15 minutes is a formality. Holland, I'm sure in the minds of their fans, are halfway across the Atlantic already because of this man, Bergkamp. 2 goals from here. Winter, they're lining up. Everybody wants to score. But Matisek is doing his bit to keep it a contest. 2 excellent saves and some very excellent goalkeeping. Holland looks as though about to make a second substitution. Juskowiak, a midfielder who plays for Decisive Lots, preparing to come on. Lesniak. Sebula, haven't seen much of him since he came on as a substitute. Still not able to make his presence tell. It's been the story of the game as the Poles have attacked. Wouters, the 33-year-old head, wisely bringing the ball out. Well, they look like a team to be reckoned with, Holland. They're going forward, and Roy is brought down. He's enjoying this occasion. He's skipping over tackles. He appears to be on a different planet to some of the Polish defenders. Had a couple of shots, and now he's created an opportunity, a goal-scoring opportunity in a dangerous position. News coming in from Bologna that England have scored another goal. It's 5-1 to England. So Holland cannot relax. They can't afford to let the Poles back in the game. They shoot themselves in the foot. Seen Ayoka was the man down. He's only just returned from injury and appears to have picked up a fresh one. Agonising wait for the goalkeeper in the wall. I wouldn't like to be waiting for Ronald Koeman to have a shot at goal. The other end is Ed Doy. Locker's okay to carry on. For most teams, this wouldn't be a goal-scoring opportunity, but when you have the likes of Koeman starting his 8-yard run-up to have a shot at goal, you want to be in the wall, and if Locker's hurting, I would advise him to stand behind his teammates rather than with them. Yes, he's quite wisely getting out of the way. Koeman chips one, oh, close! A little like the free kick from which he scored that decisive goal against England last month. The Dutch fans have seen him do that before. He has so many set pieces in his repertoire. It's a curly-whirly, couple of inches over Matchday bar. Happy to see that one go for a goal kick. And a particularly good kick from him, straight onto the chest of the Boer. Locker. Lewandowski. The second substitution will be made by the Poles. Juskowiak coming on to add some attacking mentality to the team. I don't know if Locker was the man who was going to go off, but that injury has ended his game. Juskowiak enters the field for the home game. It appears as though playing in Holland, such is the noise from the stands, from the visitors to Poznań. Could be a lager shortage in Western Poland tonight. I don't know how easy it is to get hold of supplies. But they'll be toasting the 11 men in the orange and white shirts down there. Lesniak has been the man of the match on the Polish side, scoring that opportunist goal and a threat whenever he's gone forward. Kosminski brushed off the ball, no free kick. Zbigniew, the game has died down a little bit over the last 10 minutes or so. Is Holland quite happy to sit on to this lead? I don't know if they're aware of the scoreline in Bologna. I don't suppose they really care as long as they're not losing. Just over 10 minutes to go in this game. It's been a game of footballing chess in many ways. Two excellent technical teams. Holland have been much better in attack. Poland have done a solid defensive job, but looked a little lost when they got over that halfway line. Group 2 in the other game, England have scored a 6th goal, so they're 2 away from their target to put pressure on Holland. And there's just over 10 minutes to play in that game as well. Just under 10 minutes, barring the time the referee wants to add on Poznań. Koeman. Lesniak. Juskowiak getting into a bit of bother, giving the ball away. Now Wouters, who's at the far post. The boot of Krasanskin. They still can't get it away from the Dutch. They're dominating the midfield. Wouters. He's been the steady head in the centre of the park, just dictating things. And then the youngsters like Roy get into the game. Roy again goes around the full-back, again puts in a powerful shot from an acute angle. He's desperate to score a goal, is Brian Roy. Desperate to improve on his tally of just 2 goals in 15 internationals. Referee well placed to see that. Free kick taken 10 yards away from the right place. They may have been able to steal a yard or two, but not that much in the distance. An amazing repertoire of songs that the Dutch fans have. They're going to be singing long into the early hours of tomorrow morning, taking their tunes across to the United States of America as well. Mickey Mouse, Bill Clinton, the whole lot. Still 6-1 in England's favour in Bologna. As it stands, the Dutch will finish just 1 point behind Norway. The Group 2 standings at the end of it all. Been Poland's problem. They've probably had more shots at goal than the Dutch, but they've all been from 30 yards and lacked power. Juskowiak, the substitute, has not learned a lesson from watching for 60 minutes and seeing his teammates fail. Figure of Grozanski breaking out of defence. It could be now or never. Sebula, a substitute. Lovely turn. Lesniak takes on 1, takes on 2. Shooting opportunity, blows it completely. And it was almost a pass to Sebula, who'd started that move. He realises his mistake. A good, honest player. In fact, the most experienced player in terms of years on the Polish team at the age of 29. Just shows how young and inexperienced they are. We could be watching a world force in the making. Polish football has gone through some troubles in the past few years with Warsaw getting into domestic problems. And then Lodz kicked out of the UEFA Cup over alleged match rigging. A good, clean, healthy evening of football on the field. Holland with 2 Dennis Bergkamp goals. 5 minutes to go before the referee's whistle will confirm they're going to be on a plane across the Atlantic. Kowalczyk. Koeman. Overmars just couldn't keep it in play. And the Riot Police just circling the ground, but there hasn't been any need for them to be called in tonight. The good humour has flowed from the terraces. It's been a pretty clean game as well, despite 1 or 2 this-time tackles. Nothing nasty, only the 1 yellow card. Baldock gets it forward, but Aaron Winter. Getting the advantage played. Winter's ball over the top. It's falling to Roy. They have space, time to look up. Couldn't find Overmars, who'd stolen in from the right-hand side. Required a better cross than that from Roy. 3.5 minutes to go, plus the time that Lee Sundal wants to add on. Frank de Boer. It's in the cross. His brother was waiting to get underneath that. Ronald de Boer, the number 9. Kowalczyk leaving 2 players in his wake. Keeps going. But Van Hobbel gets back. He had the speed. They call Van Hobbel the number 2, Speedy Gonzalez in his country, and catching up there with Kowalczyk. Still 6 goals to 1 in favour of England in Bologna against San Marino. 2-1 here. 2.5 minutes of the 90 minutes to go, plus time added on for injuries. There will be a bit added on. Who knows, it may not all be over, but Holland has certainly defended manfully. It isn't their natural game. They are a very offensive and attacking team who like to go out and score goals, but on occasions tonight they've had to get bodies and shirts and players back behind the ball and protect De Hoy's goal. Aaron Winter. Oh, Luke, nice ball through. Is it a goal? Yes, it is a goal. Formalities now. Ronald de Boer scores his 3rd goal in 5 internationals. And that caps a memorable evening for him. He's done plenty of the donkey work, plenty of the leg work, and seals it really. Celebrations on the terraces. Well, they started in reality a couple of hours ago, and he learns a lesson or two from Dennis Bergkamp, who scored 2 goals, and Ronald de Boer just shows the clinical finishing that the Dutchmen are capable of. Never mind, show me the way to go home. It's show me the way to the United States. Already they've started the interviews with Dick Advocaat. I wonder what his emotions are. He's led this team into 2nd place. He's taken them to the World Cup finals. He's going to have to sit back and watch Johan Cruyff lead them against the likes of West Germany and France, and of course the United States, the host company, who've qualified. They're going for a 4th now. Will it be a 2nd for de Boer? Yes, is it, isn't it? I don't suppose he really cares that it came out. If the game had been in a different state, it may have been appealing that that was a goal. There are literally seconds. Here it is, bit of a Jeff Hurst from 1966. Hit the bar, hit the line. We shall see. Well, judge for yourself. Did it go in? Was it a 4th goal? No chance. Came out. Remains 3-1. I'm sure half of the Dutch fans didn't even see that. They were doing the conga on the terraces. They're doing the polka as well, no doubt. So Holland, who have one of the greatest of international pedigrees over the last few years, heading off. They've been in the World Cup final twice, beaten finalists. All these players, I wonder, match the likes of Cruyff and Neeskens. But the likes of Van Basten will even work his way back into this team. They have Rijkaard to come back. Who knows, even Hullet could get a place as well. And it's just a matter of seconds and a blow from the referee's whistle. For many of the Dutch players, it's going to be a new experience getting to the finals. Did so well in the European Championships, 88, 92. Whenever there's a World Cup final, they're always there in the last stages. Team who improve as the big moments beckon, and I suppose that could be said of the qualifying rounds as well. After losing to Norway in their first game and only drawing at home against Poland in the opening 2 matches, a lot of questions were being asked in Rotterdam and Amsterdam about their suitability on the world stage and whether these players were good enough, but they've answered it with a great comeback and a fine performance tonight. It went silent inside the Poznań stadium then as the referee's whistle blew. They thought it was all over. It isn't yet. 2.5 minutes of stoppage time has been added on. The referee, a real stickler. It's all a formality. It doesn't matter how much he adds on now. And there it is. It is all over now. Holland, it is confirmed, are going to the United States for the 1994 World Cup Finals. And I wonder if this team with the likes of